Hello agents and welcome to another Division video. Today I'm going to show you a Predator's Mark classified build and some gameplay I did with this build. To tell you the truth guys, I'm really surprised how great the damage is coming from the new Predator's Mark classified, especially the bleed damage. In this build you can go with whatever weapon you want. The surprise is that the sniper rifles are working awesome with this build. I will show you some small clips, and at the end of those clips you will see my Hudson refugee camp on challenge mode running with the house SMG, which is probably the best weapon to go with the Predator's Mark. You can also go with the assault rifle. You know that the Predator's Mark got 8% damage for SMGs and 8% damage, weapon damage for assault rifle. So let's quickly go through the build. This is PTS 1.8, so I don't have really all the weapons I would like to have, but I managed to get some nice rifles for video. So this is my Liberator. It is not fully optimized. It got destructive, accurate, and predatory. Right here I will tell you about predatory. It is insane how much heal you are going to get from this talent, like never before, because stamina is calculated differently in the 1.8, and if you want to have a good Predator's Mark classified, you want to invest almost everything into stamina. And the talent says that killing a target regenerates 35% health over 20 seconds. It is a huge number because your health is around 600,000. In my build it's a little bit less. I was testing some other things, but 35% of 600,000 is a huge number of health you're going to regenerate over 20 seconds. Usually we were running with builds around 300,000. This is 2 times more, and the predatory is highly suggested if you play solo and you need a good source of healing, not counting your medkits or skill power, skill healings. This is probably the best talent you can have for Predator's Mark classified in terms of healing. So that's why I'm having this rifle equipped. My secondary is a house. It's SMG, the new exotic SMG, with 23% critical hit chance, 19.4k base damage, and the talents I have on him are meticulous, deadly, and card counter. You know that talent. I already make a video about the new exotics, so if you want you can check it out. I will leave it the link in the YouTube cards. They are modded normally like you would mod them. Crit damage, everything crit damage for the SMG, assault rifle with crit chance and crit damage, and not gonna go in details about the weapon mods. I will only tell you about the extended mag. I was testing something and I did go with the, I will tell you right now, with the different mag on the house. I was trying to inflict the 6 talent as quick as I can with the wait a second guys, heavy magazine spring. This mag got 11.5 magazine size, but got 4% crit hit damage and 10.4% rate of fire. The idea was to score 10 shots on the target as quick as I can, and it was working pretty well. In the first half of the gameplay of the Hudson refugee camp I'm playing with this mag, and you will see in the video after I switch on the extended mag. The best option will be probably extended mag with 121 magazine size, 4% crit hit damage, and the rate of fire. I don't have that one here on the PTS, but this is the common extended mag for SMG. Magazine size, crit damage, and the rate of fire probably be the best. So that's what I wanted to say about mods. I was curious what is going to happen if I increase the RPM, already high RPM on the house, and it was working pretty well. So let's go to the build itself. This is my Predator's Mark vest with skill haste, enemy armor damage, and ammo capacity. I was thinking there's no need to go with the health on the vest or any other gear set piece because of the high stamina. Health would be probably too much. So I did skill haste, enemy armor damage, and ammo capacity, and I go with the mods firearms skill haste. I wanted to increase the skills, the using of the skills on this build, and it was working pretty fine. So my mask is a Predator's Mark mask. I go again with the skill power, 17% burn resistance, and the mod is of course firearms skill haste. My knee pads are skill power, burn resistance, bleed resistance, and damage to elites. Of course everything is rolled stamina. And the mods are firearm skill haste and 6% first aid self heal. My Predator's Mark backpack is again skill power, disrupt resistance, and the mods are 6% first aid self heal 2 times and a stamina skill haste. I needed this stamina to reach that 9000 stamina. Why is that? We will come to that later when we're going to talk about the talents of the Predator's Mark gear set classified. My gloves are Predator's Mark gloves, enemy armor damage, assault rifle damage, and SMG damage. That's the way I did this build. All items are fully optimized of the gear set. A Predator's Mark holster with skill haste and most again 6% first aid self heal. Okay guys, on your knee pads you can go with critical hit damage to increase damage even more, but I was thinking like damage you are getting from 6th talent of the Predator's Mark in terms of bleeding and after damage it's huge, so I wanted to improve the survivability of this build with adding a skill power on my knee pads. The same story goes for a backpack and the mask. I rolled all three items skill power. Of course here you can choose to go with damage to elites for a minor attribute, or you can go with critical hit chance. That will be also a great option if you're running the Predator's Mark. It depending on what you want. If you want to maximize the damage of this build, you will go crit chance on the mask, crit chance on the holster, and the crit damage on the knee pads. That will be the damage variation of these builds. But I decided to go with the skill power on all three of those items, and it was working pretty fine. So those are the main characteristics of the rolls and the gear set items, and let's go quickly through the talents of the new classified Predator's Mark. The set bonus 2, nothing changed, it's 10% reload speed. Set bonus 3 is the same like on the old Predator's Mark, 8% assault rifle damage, 8% SMG damage. Set bonus 4 is the talent Predator's Mark, which said if you hit 10 shots without switching target, you will make a target bleed for 50% of damage already done by those bullets. So like I said, if you want to increase damage, you'll go with crit chance and crit damage on knee pads, holster, and the mask. The set bonus 5, this is the new for a classified Predator's Mark, 10% additional 10% reload speed, additional 8% assault rifle damage, and 8% SMG damage. This is crazy damage you are going to get from the Predator Marks alone. It's like Skull's MC gloves. You are having like 16% assault rifle damage and 16% SMG damage. It's crazy. But the most interesting part in this build is of course the sixth bonus, set bonus 6, called Improved Predator's Mark. So the first part of the talent, it's like the fourth talent. It said hitting 10 shots without switching targets now applies the Predator's Mark, which makes the target bleed for 50% of damage already done by those bullets. So it's like a fourth talent on this build. But the Predator's Mark ignores the target's bleed resistance. So basically the enemy can have a bleed resistance as much as he wants, as he can get, but it's not going to help him. The Predator's Mark will ignore every amount of bleed resistance that the target has on him. So basically you are going to inflict that bleed no matter what. So that's the addition to the sixth piece. Then it said the damage over time the target is increased by 15% for every 3000 stamina and can critically hit the target. Basically your bleed can be like a crit hit and it can critically hit the target. That means it can increase the damage which is coming from the bleed. And if you have 9000, you do the count, it's going to be like 45% more damage if you have 9000 stamina on your character, like 15% for every 3000 stamina, means 45%. But that's not all, guys, that's not all, and that's why this build is so crazy. The last part of the talent said like this: when at 9000 stamina the damage over time bonus is increased by an additional 120%. Now I cannot count that, I mean it's like 120 plus 45. If I'm understanding this well, it's going to be 165% bleed damage, which is crazy, guys, really. Which is interesting in this build is that it's working perfectly with the sniper rifles. After this I will show you small clips with sniper rifle. I will show you a small clip with the big Alejandro, which is the LMG. After that you can see the whole gameplay with the SMG with the house, and you are going to judge by yourself the damage of this build. So that's it, guys, about the Predator's Mark. I also go in the underground, new underground with this build. I was just testing the build, wanted to see what's going on. I was playing 3 phases, 5 directives, and I will also include that clip. I was meet with the 2 hunters in the underground, and you will see how that ends. Alright, guys, I forgot to show you my skills and my talents, so we're just gonna quickly skip through that. I decided to go with the defibrillator, which said apply instant healing followed by a heal over time. The device can revive downed allies with a portion of their normal health. The reason I go with the defibrillator is the lowest cooldown, and that's the only reason I go with that. I got pretty nice healings from my predatory on my weapons, predatory talent, so this is also helpful to, you can go with that or you can choose any other healing skill you want. My second skill is recon pack. Also I decided to go with recon pack because of the lowest cooldown of this skill. If you are in DZ, you of course you will go with the scrambler. For PV, probably this is the best, but it got a little bit high cooldowns. Tactical scanner 36 seconds. If you compare that to the recon pack, it's almost 10 seconds slower cooldowns on the recon pack. The only thing you are going to get is a little bit more crit damage. I think this is better way to go because of the lowest cooldown. You can pop it more often. This time I didn't change. I was going with the tactical link, but I didn't use it at all. Probably should, just for the sake of the video, but I forgot. If you're playing solo, I highly recommend that you use recovery link. So that's my skills. Let's go to my talents. One talent you really need to have on a new classified predator's mark is the shrapnel. It's all about bleeding in this build. This will increase that damage even more, and it said applying bleed to any target triggers a 30% chance per each target in 10-meter radius. You will see that happen once in the video in the Hudson refugee camp, just before I entered the bosses, close to the end of the video. Probably it's the best talent you can go with Predator's Mark. I'm having this trio from now on, always equipped, triage. The game considering you as an ally to yourself, so it's working in a solo gameplay. Also heal an ally with the skill to reduce skill cooldowns by 15%. Critical save, use medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. Your medkits are also going to enable the triage, so this is the perfect combination. And the strike back, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. These three talents increasing your survivability in a great way. So these are the 4 talents I have for this build. So that's it, guys. Hope you liked the video. If you like, drop a like, comment or subscribe, ask any questions, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Warning, hostiles have been detected. Confirmed, object has been located.
It'll happen.
Alert, now detecting hostiles.
Agent, it's Dr. Candle. I want to stress to you the vital importance of safeguarding any civilians you may come across. The math says some of those people must have survived the dollar flu. That means they've got antibodies to it that I need to have a hope in hell of fighting this thing. And the ones who are just sick, having a broader genetic diversity of virus samples will help us track the virus's rate of mutation, which is a long way to say, keep those people alive until I get what I need from them. Got that? Great. Agent, you need to hear this. Faye tells me the cleaners are holding the entire Tent City prisoner. That's what it looks like, and it fits the cleaner MO. If you wanted to eradicate every last vestige of detectable virus, where would you go? Wherever the biggest concentrations are. Refugee camps, shantytowns. Jesus, you don't think they'd... Draconian solution, but highly effective. Sure, if you're a genocidal maniac. You ever wonder if we even deserve to survive this thing? Every day, Doctor. Every day. Good luck, agents. You hear that, Agent? You're walking into the teeth of it. Don't forget what I said about keeping any infected refugees alive. I mean, obviously you're gonna try and keep them all alive, but I need those virus samples, and I really need viable antibody samples from survivors. So keep them extra alive, I guess. You know what I'm saying. I'm going back to work now. Candle out. should be alright. With that much capacity, they must be planning to burn out the whole damn yard. And when they do, they're gonna kill every last refugee in that shanty town. We need that tank moved somewhere safe. Okay, Agent. As soon as you lock the situation down, I've got a joint Sarah JTF strike force ready to move in. They'll take samples from as many refugees as they can find.
Medical personnel?
A couple of EMTs in the mix, Doctor? Yes.
A couple? As in only two?
The rest are first aid certified. They know how to tap a vein. Get going, Agent.
Without contaminating the samples, I assume.
Or infecting themselves. Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
Thank you. Get moving, Agent. Agent, if you can find the crane controls, drop that tank someplace safe. That should do it, Agent. Solid work.
Yes, good work. Now, sample team, listen up. Like I was saying, I'm gonna need those blood samples labeled and organized so we can track corroborating factors. Let's move this discussion to a different channel so we don't bore the agent.